Hi, I'm Raksha. I'm a travel blogger, and so far I've encouraged and inspired people to travel. But in the light of current coronavirus situation, I had to make this video because it's been disturbing to see people not take this seriously. With all the uncertainties that is coming in, it's probably the worst time to travel. And most importantly, while as we youngsters may not care so much about getting infected, it's prudent to think about who we might be affecting without even realizing. Basically, somebody with a weaker immune system. Whatever we can avoid, we should. I would still say no because most of the cases so far that has been reported is from urban areas, and we might be directly responsible to carry these to small towns which are definitely ill equipped to handle this kind of pandemic. Forget about small towns, even countries with the best healthcare are struggling to contain this one, and we have to stay put at this point and practice social isolation. I never thought I would say this, but I urge you to not travel at this point. I live in India and it has shut itself from the world for a month till April 15th, 2020. India is also banning entry of Indians from EU, Turkey and UK.
Why is social isolation important in India and why now? Well, this graph shows the number of COVID 19 cases since the 100th case in each country. And as you can see, there is an exponential rise in COVID 19 cases, especially in Europe, Americas, and West Asia. And since the number of cases in India is over 100 now, it's very important at this time to control the spread of viruses, and which is why social distancing plays a very crucial role.
Just looking at Italy and seeing how it's coping with COVID 19, we realize how ill equipped we are to actually handle the situation. I get it that there's a lot of misinformation out there and media has a way of blowing things out of proportions. And of course, this is no time to panic. But the threat is as real as it can get, and we need to practice it with all seriousness. The right precautions avoid the unmitigated disasters. Listen to the experts. WHO has declared it a global pandemic. By now, you know what coronavirus is, how it started, and how it spreads. But the key point here, most of us are missing out on, is the incubation period, which is the time between catching the virus and symptoms beginning to appear. Most estimates of the incubation period for COVID 19 range from 1 to 14 days, which means if someone is infected, they may not show symptoms for 14 days. That is to say, whatever estimates we have today, it doesn't include people who are infected but asymptomatic about it. So the next 2 weeks are crucial to see the numbers, which would give us an insight on how quickly the virus is spreading. Till March 15th, we were only testing people who came from abroad, from these affected countries, or somebody who has been in contact with them. As you can see, there's a fundamental flaw in this approach. Unknowingly, somebody coming from abroad or someone they were in touch with might be infecting a stranger. Starting March 16th, India's medical body has decided to try random sampling of people who have flu-like symptoms but don't have history of travel to outbreak zones to see if community spread is transmission is taking place. And considering the incubation period, the next few weeks is crucial in giving us an idea of how it's happening.
This graph plots the number of virus tests per million population as of March 9th against the number of COVID 19 cases as of March 13th for nations that have provided this data. In India, though the testing rates are abysmal, no spike in disease spread has been reported yet, but the exponential rise in cases in Western nations, which have similarly low rates of testing, should set the alarm bells ringing.
Here are some of the precautions recommended by WHO. So, if we are practicing social isolation and no travel, what can we do instead? There are some videos and movies I would suggest you to watch which is regarding the pandemic. One is Contagion, that is playing here, the trailer, and it's backed on scientific evidence, and you can draw parallels on the current situation, and it will give you an idea how serious the situation is. So I would suggest you to watch this, and these are some of the other recommendations.